Hello everybody, welcome to the channel and welcome to this Feature Friday, which is a tech Feature Friday. So, I've been talking about going back to my old method of inner tubes with putting tube sealant in and glitter. Well, I'm actually going to do it now. This is me doing it. I've just been home and I've realised I've got some tube sealant. So I've nipped home and I've got that. I've got all the bits ready, so let's get started and go back to the old method of glittery inner tubes. Right then, the things you're going to need for this job. You are going to need your wheel. Stan's tubeless sealant. This is the big Saturday Night Fun Boy Joy Boy syringe, which I'm going to put the sealant into the inner tube with. I've got my new inner tube. It's a Continental, and the reason I use this one is because you can take the valve core out. Tyre levers. These are those bloody what's his face ones, which are really good. Pedro's, really good. Those are very strong. I've got my little funnel for pouring the glitter into the tube before the tube sealant, and I've got my glitter selection. So it's going to be a mix of the purple discs and the fine other stuff. I might go full purple on this because I've got full purple love on the bike, but I might do a mix just to be radical. And it's bio glitter made from plants. Pardon me. And we've got us a cup of coffee. Right then, let's get started. So I've got to say, part of the toolkit, you need your washing up liquid and water solution to make things easier. Can't go wrong with a bit of lubrication. This one is lemon and lime, I think. So 75% washing up liquid, 25% water, little spray bottle, bingo bango, excellent. All right, let's let the air out and take the tube out. Okay, just break the bead. Right, so always go for making life easy for yourself. And this little spray bottle, by the way, it's some. It originally had glasses cleaner from Poundland, I think it was, and I think it was about £1. Right, we're fully lubed up now. There we go. So easy with that little bit of lubrication. Pedro's tyre levers, if you haven't got them, get them. They're bloody brilliant. They're indestructible. Right, so that's the inner tube I put in the Elan Valley. There's nothing to that. I don't know what that is for, that rubber or this thing. It's a Continental, but it's not very manly. Right, so that can go there. Right then, let's go and put the glitter in the tube. Right, first things first, we'll take the valve core out. Put that there, and then we need our little funnel, which just fits down there. I'm going to secure that with a little piece of tape to stop it falling off, because once I open this glitter is just going to go everywhere. No matter how careful I am, it's just going to go everywhere. So I'm going to secure that in position with a piece of tape. Right, so there you go. Little funnel secured with some masking tape. Remember, always put the glitter in before you put the sealant in, because it needs to be dry. The valve core or the valve needs to be dry to get that in. Right then, let's go and choose the colours. Right, I'm going to put the fine glitter in first. Because I've got the purple extra love on the bike, I'm using some fine purple glitter, and it just goes, look at that, straight in there. I think I'll put half or about 1 centimetre of that tube. Don't know if you can see that, how much I've put in there. I'm now going to put some silver in there, because it's all about the look. These caps are quite awkward. Right, so let's do the same with some silver. There you go, similar. I might go absolutely bananas and put some fine green in there as well. Give a little bit of tap, in it goes. A little bit more green. Cap on. Tap. Right, now for the main event. The big purple discs. Well, I say big. It's bigger than the fine stuff. Got to be careful because this is just in a loose bag. glitter is all over the freezer top here. Right, I'm just going to have to carefully pour this in. No matter how careful you are with glitter, it goes bloody everywhere. Because it's bigger, you've got to give it a few extra taps to get it down the tube. Oops, that was good. All a load of glitter came out there because I squashed it. Carefully put all that in. I'm not going to put all of this in, and that will do it. Put quite a bit in there, just for good measure. In fact, I'm going to put a bit of all the colours in here because I'm absolutely mental. So I've got some red, blue and gold. So just to recap, the reason we're putting this extra glitter in is just to help with the actual stuff which is in the tyre sealant, the pluggy little disky whatever is in your tyre sealant of choice. It just helps that. Right then, so I'm going to put 200 mils, well 150 mil, but I will put 250 mil, or 200 mils of tyre sealant in there. So what we do, we take off the tape. Oops, careful not to squash the tube because you get a load of glitter coming out. That's the tape off. And then with the tube, that will just fit over the top of the valve like so. And you just squeeze your tyre sealant in. Quick shake. So I'm going to put 200 mil of tyre sealant into this tube. There you go, that's 150 mil. Put that over the valve like so. Squeeze in your tyre sealant, and I'm going to put 50 mil more in there just for good measure. Crazy, 60 mil. And there you go, that's it, job done. Cap back on there. I hope there's not a shelf life on this tyre sealant because I've had it quite a while. And then all we do, valve core back in. And there you go, biddly bong. Just give that a shake around, and then we will fit that back in the tyre, or back in the wheel. Always leave your work areas nice and tidy. Let's just pump this up to 25. Right, we get this back on the bike now. Now, one thing I don't do with inner tubes, and I saw this on the some chappie on YouTube, and it does make sense. Now, when you get your new valve or your new inner tube, you've got the little securing, I don't know what you call it, the little nut which fits on there. He said, never put those on because if you get any issues and the valve, the tube gets pulled in for whatever reason, because you've got that little screw nut on there, it can sometimes rip your valve off. So if you don't have it on, it just allows a bit of movement for your actual valve stem. It makes sense, and I've done it ever since. Right then, let's get this on the bike. Take the snubber off. It's a 4mm Allen. Just to take that off, put in there for safekeeping. It's a 5mm for the axle. I'll stick a bit of grease on that, fresh grease. Decathlon bike grease with Teflon. There we go. And here we go. There he goes. He's on. Right, pull the little lever down. Out comes the holding up device or holding down device. Check the cable. Check the cable. There we go. He's on lovely. Right, just going to put the snubber on. Nip that up. Right, I'm just going to torque up the axle, and that's as good to go. Torque him up. Job's a good one. All right, boys, let's go. Right then, peeps, there you go. Just a quick video of me and my inner tube hack, because I'm not a fan of tubeless. I don't know why, I've just never taken to tubeless. I just like my tubes, and like I say, I've done this hack before with the tube sealant and the extra glitter, and it does work. So after the incident at the Elan Valley, I'm going to go back to that now. So give it a go if you want to see how it is. Yeah, it worked for me. It might not work for you, and it might not work for me again. But in the past, in the early days of e-biking, Trans-Cambrian, it worked an absolute treat. So there you go. Nothing happening tomorrow because it's not Friday now, but it's Friday when you're watching this. The weekend, my partner's going to London with her kids to see her stepsister, and they're going to do some stuff in London. So I am house sitting, duck sitting, chicken sitting, and dog sitting. So I'm not going to be doing much this weekend, if at all. I might, depending on the weather, go for a little local ride on the Rise Andy Boy on Sunday around Hoffwood. I don't know. But the weekend after that, something very, very, very exciting happening. I'm not going to say what it is. On the Sunday, Jackie and I are going on another fun ride, which I do like. I'm going to take Nikolai in that. But on the Saturday, yeah, stay tuned for that because I'm very excited about that. Right then, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, drop a comment. Until the next round of content. In a bit, peeps.